Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's pre-orders, and they are live. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so here we've got it. The big debut of the World Eaters. So first and foremost, we have the Devotion to the Red Angel Collection. $270 for that. That's going to include Angron, the Demon Primarch of Khorne, as well as the Arks of Omen Angron book, and then a limited art print. So the interesting thing about this collection is that it doesn't actually come with the special edition Angron book. So this is the regular Arks of Omen book, not the special edition, and then just obviously the Angron model as well. So we can see it's $160 for the Angron, it's $60 for the Arks of Omen, so that's $220, and then you're paying $50 for the print. So I mean, I guess if you're after the print, it makes sense. You know, you have the option to buy it if you're already buying those two items for full price anyway. But I would think that if you're after like the collector's print, you're probably going to be after the collector's version of like the Codex, or in this case, the Arks of Omen book. So very strange in my opinion that they don't put the collector stuff all together for the true collectors. And then we have the collection for the World Eaters pre-order. And this one is just a bundle, everything kind of tossed together. And again, that is just the regular Codex. That's not the special edition Codex or anything. And then we see here the Codex World Eaters Collector's Edition. So I believe they had said they're only making 250 of these, so $90 for that. I'm not sure though, to tell you the truth. I know they specifically said it on some of the Sigmar books recently, but I don't see anything specifically about that. And then we had the regular World Eaters Codex for $55, the Datacards for $29 as well. Still got to say I'm a little bummed that they didn't do some kind of like army launch box. Very surprising, as they did one for the Astra Militarum. They did one for the Leagues of Votann, and you would think a brand new army, at least Codex anyway, and like the splitting off of the World Eaters is quite a big deal. But no army launch box. So there is some speculation that one will come later, maybe in line with the Arks of Omen, and it'll be a sort of dual box where two armies face off against each other. I don't think that's likely, and if they do something like that, which is definitely possible, I don't think it's likely that it's going to have like Angron in it. So I think we're just kind of stuck waiting on the combat patrol for now. So here we see Angron. I went ahead and pre-ordered one of him. Awesome model, $160 for that bad boy. He's pretty chunky, not quite as big as Mortarion or Magnus, but honestly loaded with detail. It might actually be a little advantageous that he's not as big, so maybe he can avoid a couple shots here and there, because he is definitely going to be a bullet sponge. That's a fact. All right, and then we see the World Eaters Lord on Juggernaut. So this is the dual kit. You can also build the Invocatus special character as well. A nice looking kit right there. I am personally going to be holding off for everything that comes in the Combat Patrol. I have no interest in just like FOMOing into it right now. So if you buy the Juggernaut by himself is $60. The Khorne Berzerkers are $60. You get two sets of 10 of them in the Combat Patrol. So that's $180. Plus 10 of the Jakhals, that's another $50. So that's $230 worth of models, and we know the Combat Patrol is going to be priced right around that $150 mark. So you're basically getting like $80 worth of free stuff, one entire squad for free, and then a discount on another one. So I'm just going to be holding off on that. Hopefully it's not too far down the line, but in the meantime, I've got plenty of stuff to work on. So we see the Khorne Berzerkers, $60 for 10, the Jakhals, $50 for 10, and then of course the 8-pound as well. So it is $60 for 3. You can build the regular 8-pound or the Exalted 8-pound as well. The main difference being their poses are slightly different, and then the weapons they carry. So far from what we've seen from these guys, they have some pretty awesome rules. They are definitely going to be some serious damage dealers, and I've seen that there are some stratagems that specifically apply to the 8-pound and then also the Khorne Terminators as well. So I have not looked at any of the leaks yet. I've only seen a couple things that Games Workshop has previewed. So I'm looking forward to seeing some of the Codex reviews and everything like that. And then I'll be able to construct my army accordingly. Next we have the World Eaters dice. These are pretty cool. They don't have the best contrast between the actual pips and the dice themselves. I do really like these marbled dice. But again, I am full on dice boycotting. There's only 15 dice in the set, and it's $35. So Games Workshop basically took away 5 dice and lowered the price $5. So you still pay a ton for the remaining dice. Honestly, I just have no interest in overpaying for their dice. All right, and then we see the Arks of Omen Angron Collector's Edition. So this is the special edition. It's $90. These are probably going to sell out fairly quickly. We saw that the Abaddon book sold out collector's edition first very quickly, and then now the regular Arks book is sold out as well. So if you do want the collector's edition stuff this week, I definitely wouldn't hesitate. All right, and then next we have the Arks of Omen regular Angron book, $60 for that. That's the one I went ahead and ordered. And then we see this Boarding Patrol Space Marines, and I've got to say, this is a really nice box set. I really love that Games Workshop is sniffing out that maybe people don't want that $150 or $200 price point, and that they're backing it on down to where essentially the start collecting boxes were. So they used to have all the start collecting boxes right around like $90 to like $110. And then they kind of jumped up, got rid of all the start collecting boxes one at a time, and then went to combat patrols. And the combat patrol boxes are all priced at $150. So essentially a jump from $100 to $150. I like that they're backing this back down to like that $100 point, because it's honestly a lot easier to get somebody into the game if you can tell them, oh, it's like $100 or so. Like if you start getting to 150 and then you got to buy the book, and next thing you know you're at 2, and then maybe you want to add on a unit. I mean, it ends up adding up quickly. We know it's all going to escalate, but in order to get people hooked, you got to stay around that $100 price point. So nice little setup right here. Decent discount as well. I think you'd be looking at about $160 for this, and you're getting it for $110. So that's right around that 30+% savings. And then we have the Balefleet Battleforce. So this is a really nice box set. I'm a big fan of this. It's $210 for this box set, but it includes 2 units of the Possessed, which are normally $60 a piece. It includes the Terminators, which are $60, so that's $180. And then you get the brand new Demon Prince, which is $80, so that's $260. And then you get the big old Hell Turkey as well. So it's like right around like $330 or so for this entire box set, and you're getting it for $210. Again, right around that 33% savings, so a nice discount over Games Workshop's MSRP values. Overall, construction-wise, it's not bad. I like it. It's a bunch of relatively new models, or models that at least hold up well. So cool box right there. I went ahead and ordered one of them as well. All right, and then on to Angron, the Red Angel Special Edition. So $75 for this, only 1,500 made. They are numbered and lettered. If you're after the Special Edition, I would not hesitate. I have a feeling this will sell out very quickly. Normally, they do about 2,500 for these. The less popular ones, they'll do like 1,500. But I think the Angron release is pretty popular overall, so I have a feeling they'll be sold out pretty quickly. And now a quick message from this week's sponsor. This video is sponsored by CMOgames.com, where you can get 15% off most Games Workshop pre-orders, and they go live right at midnight Saturday mornings. CMOgames.com offers free shipping on orders over $25 in the US 48, and most orders ship within 24 hours. CMOgames.com has been selling Games Workshop products online for more than 20 years, and customer service is their top priority. CMOgames.com carries the full line of Games Workshop products, including 40k, Age of Sigmar, Kill Team, warcry, paints, hobbies, and tools. Visit CMOgames.com using the affiliate link in the description below so they know you heard about CMOgames.com from Warhammer Man Studios. Now, back to the video. And then we see Angron Red Angel hardback. So this is just the same exact book right here. $27 if you're just looking to read it and you're not interested in all the fancy stuff. And then we see Renegades of the Long War paperback. $18 for that if you want some more of those cool stories. And then we have Blackheart's The Omnibus, The Unholy, Horror and Woe from the Imperium. That's like a collection of stories. And then we see the releases from last week as well. Some cool stuff there, transferring over from pre-order to available for order. And then here is that Lord Invocatus. That is just that same Juggernaut kit, just the alternate build. And then the Exalted 8-bound, again, that same 8-bound kit, just the alternate build. And then just a couple more leftovers from last week. So lots of excitement. Definitely some cool stuff here. It was definitely a bummer to see Games Workshop reprice the Vanguard boxes at $140 instead of $130. So lots of cool stuff coming out this week. Definitely looking forward to the World Eaters. It's a little underwhelming this week for me because I decided to pass on a lot of the units and just wait for the combat patrols to come out. So I'm actually just getting Angron and the book right off the bat for now. But later on, I'll probably pile on a couple of the accessories as well. Some 8-bound and all that good stuff. But for now, I'm just going to focus on Angron. Just going to get my hands on the book, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully Games Workshop doesn't mess around too long and wait to release the Combat Patrol. I'm definitely kind of bummed out that they didn't do a special army box for this set. The fact that they did one for like the last few releases and we're not getting one here is very surprising. An army launch box for the World Eaters getting their first Codex ever seems like an obvious choice that would sell extremely well. But for whatever reason, Games Workshop doesn't agree. So let me know what you think down below. Let me know what you're going to be picking up or what you're most excited about. Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check out the link in the description to save 15%. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man with our pre-orders, and they are live, and I am out of here.